Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about the Chargers offense right now because, guys, this offense was prolific passing the ball. And then Jim Harbaugh takes over, and we know what he likes to do. He's a run game, defensive-minded head coach. So I look at this game basically coming down to that matchup. The Chargers offense against a Browns defense that looks like they're showing signs of becoming the old Browns defense. Yes, there are some injuries. JOK will not play. However, it's important to note that Denzel Ward is practicing today with no restrictions. So that, to me, sounds like it's leaning towards him clearing protocol. How do we see the Chargers offense matching up with this Browns defense?
Well, you know, I look at it, and like you said, J.K. Dobbins has played very well. Another guy coming off a lot of injuries. You know, they want to run the football, but, you know, I think it boils down to this. When you look at it, we just got a report that Denzel Ward looks like he's going to play. Myles Garrett is going to be a guy that's going to be out there. I think Zadarius Smith has played much better over this year than he did play last year.
Gee, quick correction. The report didn't say he's definitely going to play. It's
no,
practicing
with no restrictions.
He may play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's true.
I just said it leans like he's going to be playing.
It's trending right direction.
Certainly has not been ruled in.
Yeah.
I think if you this is a game, if the Cleveland Browns can stop the run, and just sounds crazy, but make Justin Herbert throw the football. In years past, I thought he had the weapons to do so. I don't think that they have the weaponry on the outside to make the Browns pay for that as they did in years past.
This has been a hard season, right? Like, everyone feels good coming off the win last week, but this has still been a pretty difficult season for the Browns. Certainly if you're a veteran in that locker room, it has been. And the only reason I mention that is because the trade deadline is Tuesday. And Zadarius Smith is already on record saying, yeah, I'd be open to maybe moving. What better way, if you want to get on a team that really has a legitimate chance to play for a championship, than in the last game prior to the trade deadline, if you're Zadarius Smith, if you're Dalvin Tomlinson, go out and put a good game on tape.
Yeah,
and
the Detroit Lions are watching.
The Detroit Lions are absolutely watching, along with a lot of other teams. So I actually think that plays a lot into it. These guys are looking at this going, this is my opportunity maybe to get into a situation with the team with a winning record and a chance to make a deep playoff run. They had a great game last week against Baltimore. Let's put another good game on tape this week, and then there's 48 hours to see where my fate leads. And a lot of the players that we're talking about in terms of who may be on the move are on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not worried about the Chargers run game at all. I think the hype over the Chargers run game is a complete fraud, and let me explain to you why. J.K. Dobbins, the first 2 games of the season, was insanely good. First 2 games.
Very good.
Look at the last 5 games. He's done nothing. Those stats are completely misleading. The first 2 games of the year, he averaged about 7 yards a carry against Carolina and the Raiders, 2 of the worst teams in the league. In the last 5 weeks, he's averaging about 3 yards a carry. Go look at the stat. Mike, could you, if you have time, maybe during the break or whatever, he is the most yards per carry he's had in the last 5 games is 3.8. In some of those games, he's been under 3 yards. And like I said, he only did well against bad teams. So I don't buy that their running game's that good. They certainly don't have much of a passing game because they don't have the skill position players outside of McConkey, who's a nice player. I mean, most people can't even name their skill position players. So they are at best, to me, a mid offense, and the way the Browns defense has been trending, I think the Chargers are going to have a hard time scoring.
Yeah, for me, the line was 24 points. I think that's going to be, you know, and I know that sounds odd because we've scored over 20 once, but it was the last game. So I think, to me, the line was you're going to have to score 24 points to win, and I think they can hold the Chargers under 24. So I think the Browns defense wins that battle and holds that Chargers offense because I agree with you. Their offense hasn't been prolific. Keep them under 24 and you have a chance to win. I think that's where we're going.
Real quick on Dobbins, Bold, to answer your question. Yeah, 3.8 yards per carry against Denver. He had 96 yards on 25 carries that game. Outside of that, since the first 2 weeks of the season, 2.9 yards per carry, 2.3 yards per carry, 3.8, 2.9, and 3.4.
Yeah,
not great
bad.
Since those first 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's not great. That's bad. Yeah, you're right. All right, we're going to take a break. I promise you're going to want to stick around for this. Sean King, the master of quarterback film breakdown, is going to tell us what he saw from Jameis Winston's huge Week 1 as a starter when the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show on WKYC comes right back.